Good morning, everyone. The big news overnight was a better-than-expected service sector purchasing managers index from the U.S., the highest reading in a year. It highlighted the huge divergence between the U.S. and the Eurozone economies. Though the final estimate for the Eurozone composite PMI came in above the earlier flash estimate, which was good, it was still below 50, meaning the Eurozone economy is contracting, and still below January's reading, meaning that the economy is contracting at an accelerating pace. On the contrary, the U.S. economy is expanding at an accelerating pace. The good U.S. figures propelled the Dow Jones average to a record high yesterday. The correlation in weekly changes between the dollar index, the DXY, and the U.S. stock market, as measured by the S&P 500, is minus 43%, meaning that risk on tends to be negative for the dollar. This perhaps explains in part why the dollar's rally is stalled, even though the U.S. economy continues to outperform. Note, though, that this relationship is diminishing. It was minus 71% last August. I think it will continue to weaken as people switch their funding of carry trades into the yen. With bond yields around the world at similar levels, capital flows may be determined more by equity markets than by interest rate differentials going forward, and the U.S. stock market is likely to outperform Europe this year, in my view. Risk on, therefore, could switch to being dollar positive if equity flows begin to dominate. For now, though, we expect euro-dollar to show relatively little movement during the European day today, ahead of the ADP figures in the U.S. tonight, tomorrow's ECB meeting, and Friday's U.S. non-farm payrolls. There's rather strong closing resistance in euro-dollar at 130.80, where it already bounced off once this morning. We don't expect that resistance to be broken today unless there's a big surprise from the ADP numbers. We think it is just going to move sideways, waiting for the news. This is Marshall Gittler, head of Global FX Strategy at IronFX, wishing you solid trading.